Right. So in the last class we discussed about interstate purchase and intrastate purchase and sales. So how to enter the transactions if you are purchasing or if you are performing sales operations within the state or with the different states. So once we do purchase or sale, obviously we'll have another topic, another concept, that is returning of goods. So returning of goods in the sense, once we do any purchase, the goods may be returned by the supplier or returned to the supplier, or the goods may be returned by the consumer. So here we'll have two kinds, they are purchase returns and sales returns. So first of all, if you want to enter these purchase returns and sales returns into your tally, first you have to activate these entries: record credit note invoice mode yes and debit note invoice yes, where we have to activate under F11 and F1. So we are going to F11. In F1 select the company, and here you have to activate. Already in my tally already these things are activated for this company. Use debit note and credit note for yes. So if they are not activated, you have to make it as active by making yes for these three options. Okay, use debit note and credit note. So in debit note, which kind of transactions will enter? Debit note, purchase returns or sales returns?
Purchase returns, sir.
Okay, right. So first of all, you have to activate these options. Once we activate it, then we'll go with the transactions. First we'll see purchase returns. What is purchase returns? The goods or the items which are returned to the supplier. So refers to the returning of goods by the company to the supplier of goods. The company may return goods due to damage or wrong products. So purchase returns are recorded in debit note of tally. Okay. So this is a transaction, just check it out. Mr. and Co. Mars and Co. of Telangana returned the following goods to John Snow Traders against supplier invoice A01 dated 2/5/2018 with the central tax 9 and state tax 9%. So already we have entered these transactions here. We'll have transactions here, that is, first we'll go with this, where we have to enter this under debit note. So we'll go to debit note voucher. Here that invoice number A/01, enter. It should be into invoice mode. Okay, so here I am converting as invoice. What is the party name? John Snow Traders. Here we have to create ledger. Gateway of tally, invoice we have to go with F2 original invoice. This is the date. John Snow Traders is the party name. Select a purchase in the purchase ledger. Next, select mango ice creams in the name of the item field. Next, how many they have returned. Enter the quantity 40, rate as 100. 40s and 100.
150, sir.
See, actually this, see, check it out here. This is 100. 100 will come automatically. This is printing mistake. Actually it is 100, not 150.
Quantity is 400, no sir.
Quantity is 40, no? Oh, quantity is 400, or 400 into 100, okay. 400 into 100, okay, done. Next, enter the twice to select the GST ledgers. Enter. Now CGST, central tax, and SGST 9%. So here additional information, supplier debit note number provide GST details. Yes, this one. Yes, this is purchase returns or sales returns?
Purchase.
Purchase returns, sir.
Purchase returns. So purchase taxable subscription appears as follows: supplier debit credit note. Oh, it is changed. Okay. Credit note number 1. It is dated on 1/4/2020. Clear? This is the thing. Here he has given 40/150, but the entry is wrong. So as per the thing, he is given 400 and 100. So you have to enter 400 and 100. Automatically it will come 400 and 100. That is 40,000. So in this 40,000, central tax is 9%. That is 3,600. State tax is 9%. That is 3,600. So this is the way how to enter debit note. Okay. Sir, where we can see this debit note report? Under GSTR 2. Okay. So once we done with the transaction, then we'll go to display, statutory reports, GST, GSTR 2. So here you just change the period 1/4/2020, 1/4/2020. See here, total is 2,30,000. In this, his credit note is one transaction minus 40,000. The amount is 1,90,000. Okay. These are the total purchases and these are the returns what we did. Clear? So this is about purchase returns. In the same way, we'll go with sales returns. So goods are returned from Afrozulla Traders of Telangana to Mars and Co. So 70/150 వచ్చాయి. Same. Where we need to enter the sales returns? Under credit note, right? What is the party name? Afrozulla Traders. Sales mango ice cream. What's the quantity? 70/150. Enter. State tax and central tax. Yes, this is sales return. Debit note number 1. Sorry. Date 1/4/2020. Is it clear? Sales returns. Any doubts in this?
Yes.
See, while we are entering, you have to check the field names, party name. Based on the transaction, you will come to know everything. From whom who have returned the things. Afrozulla Traders. Sales ledger is sales. Name of the item, what they have returned, mango ice cream. So here also already he has given the quantity and rate. The quantity and rate will come automatically. Enter. You have to select state tax and central tax. Clear? This is the thing. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
So once we done, then you can see this in which report? Display, statutory reports, GST, GSTR 1, and change the period 1/4/2020, 1/4/2020. So here you can see 132,600 tax value. Here we didn't have credit note. Why mismatch? Oh, supplier invoice number. What is that invoice number? 7/BA. Yeah, now you can see. Okay na? See here, if you didn't see if you have any incomplete vouchers, here incomplete or mismatch information, here it will provide. Then we have to check where we did any mistake. If you do any mistake, then the transaction won't be affected into your GSTR reports. Okay. So you have to check. So total 10,500 is deducting from here, and we have 1890 and 12,390 total amount. So this is the way what is credit note. Clear? So here we have two options. Sales returns is already done, and credit note. And debit note. Okay na? Are you okay with these two things? Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Okay. One minute. Here, whenever we supply, either it is a purchase or sales, in some situations we'll enter that amount. In that amount, tax rate will also be included. So here in this transaction, we have a sales transaction. Amjad Traders, who sold goods. We sold goods to Amjad Traders, and here that rate is 180 rupees. Here he mentioned inclusive of tax. In this 180 rupees already tax is also included. So how to enter these transactions in voucher? It is a sales transaction, so we have to go to sales voucher. Before that, first you have to create this ledger. Which ledger? Party ledger. Who is that party? Amjad Traders, and he will be the sundry debtor, and you have to activate bill wise details to yes, and enter all the GST details. What is the GST number, not applicable, and all the details you have to enter. Once you enter the transactions, then next you have to go to vouchers. There you have to press F12, and you have to activate this option, allow entry of rate inclusive of stock items. So go to this in sales voucher, press F12. Here you have this option, you have to make it as yes. Once you make it as yes, then we'll go with the original invoice number, and party name is so not this. Where is that sales voucher? Yeah, that is Amjad Traders, and you have to enter all the details, accept the details, then select the sales voucher, select that item, and this will be the quantity, and here you have to enter that exact rate, 180 rupees, which is inclusive of taxes. Once you enter 180 rupees, automatically it will split that amount into different actual rate, and finally you have to enter central tax as well as sales tax. So remember one point, when we are creating this central tax and sales tax, make sure you have to mention normal rounding, so that you won't get these fraction values. Automatically you will get a rounded value. Okay, so you have to enter that option, you have to select that option when we are creating that central ledger or say state ledger. I will show you once again. So here we will go to how to alter that ledgers, ledger, alter, we will go with the central tax. Here I didn't mention any rounding mechanism, so make it as normal rounding as 1. Okay, again for state tax also, rounding mechanism as normal rounding, make it as 1. Okay, so this is the option you have to change, then we will get normal options, normal things. From next time onwards we will get the same stuff. Okay. So this is about how to enter the transactions which are included with the tax amount. Next we'll have define tax rates at masters and transaction levels, defining GST rates at stock group level. So till now we have deal with the same tax rates. Now we'll enter some transactions with different tax rates. How to go with? One item will with 5%, another item is with 12%. Then how to do with this? For this, what we have to do is, this is a transaction. Marts & Co define GST rates, stock groups of stock items. This is a coffee, classic coffee and strong coffee, fruit juice, mango juice and orange juice. So these are the GST numbers. Now what we have to do is, following are the steps for involved. These two stock items we have to create now. Inventory info and stock groups. I am going there. The same company. Inventory info, stock groups. So how many groups we have here? Two groups. What are they? Coffee and fruit juice. So coffee under primary. And here you have to set the GST rules at a level. Set GST details as yes, and he has given description and HSCN number is already given here, right? See here, HSN number already given. Description is coffee. What is the HSN number? 901920. 901920 is non taxable value. What is that amount? 5%. So automatically 2.5 will be splitted. So this is the way how to create. Okay na? Right? These are the tax details. Next item what we have to create? Fruit juice in the same way. Primary, yes. Description is fruit juice. It is taxable. What is the amount? Juice 12%. And here we have HSN number 2009900. 2009900. 6% is splitted. So this is how to set the GST details at the time of stock item creation, stock group creation. This is what we have seen just now. Okay na? When we are dealing with multiple stock items, then these are the things what you have to do. Now create the stock items. What is the stock item? Classic coffee. Stock item, create classic coffee. Under coffee, it is pieces. Standard rates are not required. Applicable GST details, yes. Here under the descriptions you have to specify what is the name. Classic coffee. HSN number 901920. Enter. It is taxable. What is that? 5%?
5%, sir.
Yeah, 5%. 5% है कदा ఇది అయిపోయింది. ఇంటిగ్రేటెడ్ ట్యాక్స్ 12%. ఫ్రూట్ జ్యూస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్రెడీ డన్. క్లాసిక్ కాఫీ 5%. Yeah. Next, what is the second one? Classic coffee అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్
Fruit juice.
క్లాసిక్ కాఫీ ఒకటే ఉందా? రైట్, వీ హ్యావ్ 2 items I think so, right? కాఫీ కింద స్ట్రాంగ్ కాఫీ ఈజ్ వన్ మోర్. సేమ్ థింగ్స్. స్ట్రాంగ్ కాఫీ, అండర్ కాఫీ, పిక్స్ applicable, yes, it is strong coffee. What is HSN number? 901920. 901920. Wait. On value, it is taxable. It is also 5%. Okay. Next, we have to create mango juice. Mango juice, under juice, fruit juice. This is pieces. GST is applicable, yes. This is mango juice. GSN number 2009900. It is taxable. Percentage is 12. Okay. Next, orange juice. It is comes under fruit juice, pieces, yes. Description, orange juice, HSN number 2009900. It is taxable. Percentage is 12. See, everything you have to check that field name. Based on the field name, you have to enter the transaction. That's it. Okay. You have to go with the field name. So that is the way how to enter the transactions. We already done. This is also done, mango juice. Okay. So this is about the things. So we'll do one transaction based on this with the different transactions. So what is the entry here? Marts and Co imported 20 pieces of classic coffee from Nepal. Record inward supply. Defining GST rates at a transaction level. So at the transaction level in Tally, GST rates which defined in the things. So here under purchases, at the time of transactions, you have to create remote traders. First ledger you have to create. Country is Nepal, is from another country. So you have to activate some options here. Allow modification of tax details for GST. You have to make it as yes. Okay. Two minutes. Okay. Now we'll go with this transaction. Mars imported 200 pieces classic coffee from Nepal. Okay. So we have purchased. So just what we do is we'll go with F9 as a purchase voucher. F9, and under F12 there you have an option. Which option we have to activate? Allow modification of tax details. Allow modification of tax details, you have to make it as yes. Then what is the supplier invoice number? Do we have an invoice number here? INV by 01. INV by 01. What is the party name? Remote traders. So create Control C. Remote traders. He is sundry creditor. State is Nepal, the country is Nepal.
Yes, sir.
And remote traders is already done. Next, purchase account, purchase ledger, purchases. Then here it will ask. So what we have to select here? We are importing. So you have to select import taxable. Okay, na? We are importing the goods from Nepal. Clear? We are not purchasing, we are importing. So you have to select import taxable. This option will come whenever we select this purchase ledger. Okay. Next, what is the stock item? And press F12 and you have to enable, not here. Press F12, make all options yes. Here import tax, this item, this screen will come now. In reverse charge is applicable, yes. And the percentage is 18%. Automatically 9 and 9 will be integrated. Okay. So select yes to is reverse charge is applicable option, and it is used to new integrated tax as 18%. So here we have purchased the goods, we have imported the goods with a percentage of 18, and classic coffee, it is classic coffee, quantity 200 and it is 100, taxable value, press enter to skip the taxable value and press twice for GST details, and here you have to select integrated tax. Do we have created integrated tax ledger? No, you have to create. Alt C, integrated tax, under duties and taxes, GST, it is integrated tax, that is 18%, normal rounding as 1. Now automatically integrated tax will be calculated, that is 3600. Okay. Next, GST details as yes. Now we'll have a bill of inventory number. Or if you have any bill number, you have to enter whatever the bill number you have, date, and here you have port ID. If you have any port ID, that ID you have to enter from where you are importing. Have you got these options? This is bill of entry number. What is the bill number and date, and here you have to enter the port from where you are importing the goods. Okay, na? So this is a transaction. Clear? So this is how to enter the transactions if you have imported any goods from other country, that is integrated tax, and how to select the taxable things at the time of entering. So in the next class we will discuss about hierarchy of tax rates and where we can enter all these taxes and how to check the reports GSTR1, GSTR2 and GSTR3. So where we can see all the reports, we will discuss it in the next class. Once we see all these reports, then your unit 2 will be completed by tomorrow, and we will start unit 3 also. Okay, so tomorrow we'll finish off this unit 2 and we'll go with unit 3. So now let's take a 10 minutes